Uh, yes. New content.
It's so different from last week.
This looks like the same.
It's so different.
To pick up.
Weird. Make sure that it actually is supposed to be picking it up. Like, it hasn't changed in the settings or something.
Hi, Wombat.
Hi, Wombat. Because I know Discord will allow you to select a different input than your default. So maybe make sure in your sound settings or in your Discord settings that your input device are the same.
Oh, there we go. Well, it was getting it from, like, it was Discord was getting it, but OBS wasn't.
Yeah. We're doing fine, Wombat. How are you? And I do not wrangle dicks. Although, I guess, since I'm in charge of this channel,
I'm more of a dick herder.
Are they easier or harder to herd than cats?
Honestly, I'd say about the same. The ego is just about the same.
Alright, there we go. I think I can now be heard. I think it won't take my fan also, so tell me how that audio is for people who are watching these. What was I doing out here?
So you did become a little bit more distant, sounding, just, you know, on Discord. But also, it's very difficult to hear how you sound on stream when you just don't talk for a while.
I mean, okay, correct. Also, how do I sound now on Discord?
Better.
Better? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'll turn my gain up a bit. I'm trying to have it up enough that I can be heard, but low enough that my fan is not blasting everybody.
You're a little bit quiet on stream compared to the rest of us.
Also,
which might just be that we're
rating?
loud.
I also had the mic at a slightly lower volume because I didn't want to like peak it constantly.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds better.
Yay. We did it together.
Yay.
You know, I did misread that, and I thought you said you needed to hear my slutty tones, and I was 0% ready to argue until I realized I misread it.
Yeah,
Same diff?
really,
Yeah.
really same diff.
Crap.
So what are you doing?
So basically there is this like stone tablet that got broken apart. And it glows in the dark, supposedly. And I'm trying to find the other pieces and take pictures of it so that this guy can, like tell me what it says so that it'll open up a shrine. But I don't know where the pieces are. Aha.
Did you discover a piece?
Yes.
That's useful.
Very. And I zoomed into an unhelpful degree to show this person.
Very good.
It just seemed like the
It's
right
best-
thing to do.
Always over zoom, like when you hold something up and someone's like, I can't read that, shove it right into their face.
Yeah, just press it into their face.
Yeah.
Like, I can't see that far. I'm like, okay, here
Yeah.
you go. No,
Place-
that's too
place
close.
the object-
Well, who's picky?
Place object between eyeballs and brain.
Yes.
Just bypass the entire visual cortex entirely.
So Zelda sucks.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
dude.
How would we know?
Mostly,
We never see her in game.
mostly it's just playing it where you're artificially making it more difficult sucks.
Because it already sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, so my thought process on the weapon durability system in the game is like, I like it in concept, but it's a little annoying because like there are times when I will get like I will have collected like some of the like best weapons I can, and then I'll go fight a big guy, and I will go through like 2 weapons on him, and I'm just like, that's not how weapons work. Like,
No, it's not.
I love the concept that like 1,000 knights on either side go into battle with each other, and 500 on both teams survive because each time they kill someone, their weapon broke.
Yeah. No, let's not do that. But yeah, I've been doing the 3 heart challenge for original Zelda.
I'm sorry.
It fucking sucks where I'm
Yeah.
at. Like, beginning was not too bad. I mean, I died a bunch, but then you just restart at the beginning of the level, and it's nice because like you die and nothing
Yeah.
effectively happens.
Yeah.
But now I'm at a part where, so you walk in. This is not a boss room or a mini boss room. It's just a fucking room that you have to go through, and you have to kill everything in the room in order to open the way forward. There's 3 likes, which eat your shield.
That is the worst.
They're not hard to
Mhm.
kill. I mean, they take 10 hits with the sword I have, because that's a bogus thing
Yeah.
in the game.
Yeah.
You can't upgrade your sword unless you have the hearts for it. It predicates sword upgrades on having hearts.
I see. So what you're saying is you can't upgrade your sword.
Correct. I have to beat the game with the wooden sword. Alright. In addition to that, so there's 3 likes who take 10 hits with the sword to kill,
And eat your shield.
and eat my shield. Also, they just wander randomly, which is somehow worse than if they're following me.
Yeah.
Then there's the people that are following me. There's 2 red whiz robes who teleport on to the map directly in a line to attack me. And then they shoot, and then they disappear again. They teleport off. You can only attack them for like the maybe 1 whole second that they're physical.
Good.
And it takes like 5 hits to kill each one of them. And then there's 2 blue whiz robes, and this is the first you get to see of the blue whiz robes, where they just throw them at you at the same time with all of this other shit. And blue whiz robes are like red whiz robes in that they can teleport, but they mostly don't.
Can you tell me more
Mostly-
about the wed Riz robes that you're talking about?
The wed
Yeah, who
Wizwobes.
are they married to?
Mawich.
Man.
So the blue whiz robes just wander, and then whenever they want to, they teleport. But they don't like stand in one place and then like zoop, 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 and then zoop, zoop, zoop somewhere else. No, they just like beeline in a diagonal across the board to where they want to be. During which you cannot attack them, but they can hit you.
Good.
Also, at this point, anything that hits you deals 2 hearts of damage.
So basically
And you
2
only have
shots.
3.
And I only have 3. And this is with me having the ring that ups my, like, it takes 2 hits to take down a heart.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So, functionally it does like 6 hearts of damage. If you're counting like half hearts. So... So yeah, there's that. Also, when the blue wizrobes do attack, and by the way, they take 9 hits each to kill.
Oh yeah, the blue Rizrobe.
They don't like the red wizrobes will show up and they'll be and then they go pew and then they go joo, joo, joo. The blue wizrobes, when they're coming at you, they come at you and they're like pew, 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 pew.
They're just like,
They-
hey,
they
let's
are-
get fucked up. You're just like, no.
Yeah. And of course, you know, you have to just stand there facing them because if you
What-
turn away, then your shield turns with you and you die.
Yeah.
Yeah, I spent like half an hour fighting this one room and I haven't been using like save states or anything, but like 5 minutes into this I was like, I'm save stating right before this room. Just so I don't have to go through the 7 other rooms in this dungeon to get here to die instantly.
Listen, anytime you play a game where save states exist, but you're specifically trying not to use them, you're always allowed one. There's always one room you're allowed to use save states.
It's real frustrating. Wed Wizwobes be like, ooh.
I hate it.
Me too.
Thank you, Candy, for the most cursed thing you could have added.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
Because what else is he gonna do, Wombat? Besides take unfun games and make them less fun.
It's even better when you consider I haven't beaten The Legend of Zelda.
But John, it's The Legend of Zelda, and it's really rad.
Yeah, those minions from Ganon can go fuck themselves right now.
Oh, that is a weirder version of the song. Those creatures from Ganon can fuck themselves. You're just like, sir, huh? You're 10.
Tektites suck. Levers are just kind of a little obnoxious. Octoroks, whatever.
Yeah, but like,
I don't care about Octoroks.
with your help, the hero pulls through, right?
Yeah. The P-hats though, they suck. 'Cause you can hit them like for a half second, and then they fly up into the air for like an hour, during which point you can't hit them, but they can hit you. And then they just wander randomly around the map, and then they I'm gonna land for a half a second. By the way, it takes like a billion hits to kill one of them. I don't know what it is. I think I've killed one once. There's a room with like 8 P-hats, and I was like, I'm gonna kill you all because you bastards. And then I killed one after like 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm not gonna kill the rest of you.
I think the reason I don't wear hats in public is because I have an internal fear that someone will call me a pea hat, and then there will be literally nothing I can do to like come back from that. I feel like pea hat is just one of those things that someone calls you and you're like, that's my whole career, I guess. Good to know.
P-hat?
Yeah, it just sounds bad.
Yeah, it does sound bad. I'm not sure if it makes it any better or worse that it's PEA hat.
I mean, when someone says it out loud, I don't think it
Yeah.
matters.
You don't think it's specifically
Correct.
like pea hat.
A pea hat to go with your pea brain.
Yes, my urine brain.
Yeah, some people are into it.
So,
No.
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 No people are into it?
No. Honestly,
Gonna
I
call
don't
you a
care if they
pee-pee
are or
hat.
not.
Oh man, I don't like it that you wrote pee hat and Automod held it for the reason sexual. Incorrect, Automod.
uh, so, this week I got a. It's not quite an apron. It's basically like a house dress.
And it
'Cause
looks great on you.
It's got a back, and so
Well, I mean,
like
not
you
even all
button up the
dresses have
sides.
backs,
It's true.
but most aprons don't.
Correct.
But does it have pockets?
Yes, it has pockets, and
Then it can't be a dress.
no.
Tim, go die.
Kristin has dresses with pockets, but also like
Tim, be the solution, not the problem.
I am uncomfortable with what just happened to me.
so. I fully became, for one, the housewife that I knew that I was. But also I had a what is stereotypically a woman's experience, where like
Oh, someone
you
told you
go
to smile because you'd look prettier?
no you go to a bar and you go to the bathroom, and one of the girls in there is like, wow, you got, that's a pretty dress, and the first thing out of their mouth, if this is true, is like, yeah, and it has pockets.
Yeah, exactly. That is very much a true thing that happens.
And just I got the apron dress thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, and it's got pockets, and it's got like a zipper pocket, and like
It's
I
really
was
exciting.
thrilled by the fact that it had pockets, regardless of the fact that as a man I have clothes that have pockets,
Yeah, exactly.
that like I can put like, I think I've before been like, oh cool, we're out in public in an area where we don't want, like, there are pickpocketers. So instead of putting things in my back pocket, I'll put everything in my front pocket. And then
by
Kristen's
everything-
like, here's my phone and my wallet and my keys, and I'm like, cool, it's all going in the same pocket.
Also, like, you're in the kitchen. You don't need pockets.
Yeah.
You're not gonna put
No.
your chives in there. That's
I might
mean,
though.
Maybe you
You
wouldn't.
could.
someone just like comes over like helping you cook. They're just like, hey, do you have a knife? And you're like, yeah. You reach into your pocket. And they're like, hello.
I mean, it's better than the alternative. Someone's saying like, "Hey, do you have some chives?" "Yeah, I have some left over from last time." Just reaches into his pocket.
But yeah, I
Speaking
do
of food crimes,
I do have knives that have like plastic sheaths. So yeah, I could
so
just
there's a
keep
pocket
those in
in
there,
Here's the
which you
thing.
can store the knife.
You are correct. You could put those in your pocket.
but I won't.
Counterpoint: you still shouldn't put a knife in your pocket, even if it's got a sheath. Cause like, I don't trust that. I don't know about everyone else, but like, I know how things work, and I will get stabbed somehow.
Is that a knife in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? Or
I'm happy
really
to knife
unhappy if it is a knife?
I'm just happy to knife you.
I put so many knives in my pockets.
Thanks, Wombat. I appreciate it.
Too bad
I
you're
got to fight
taken.
bro for that.
No.
Hey, don't say
I'm not
nice to
sharing.
you. Don't do that. So should I unveil my new segment?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. You shouldn't be that excited. Here's the thing. I've decided that I've probably been on this show too long, and the only option I have is to be forcibly removed as soon as possible. And it
Oh,
is
goodness.
with that idea that I've come up with a brand new segment.
Oh no.
Okay, so here's the thing that some people might know about me, but I think a lot of people in the world share a similar mentality with. Riddles are bad. Like, all riddles are bad. They're the worst.
Not all of them, but yes, most of them are
like,
terrible.
The only, like, there's like maybe 4 good riddles, but even then, like, most of those riddles probably have 4 more answers to them that are just as accurate, but you have to be like, no, that's not correct, even though it works, because I decided what the answer was, and that's not the answer I decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it is with that energy that I have created a segment called Wrong Answers Only, in which I ask it'll take several forms, because there's not a whole lot of known riddles for me to take this from, but in this first form at least, it will be me asking you a riddle that you already know the answer to, except I have picked a different answer. And it is that answer that you must now find.
Okay. It is still, to be clear, an answer that follows with the riddle.
It follows with the riddle, at the very least, as much as the original answer does. So if the original answer is like a little off, I aim to make this just as much off of the original answer in like the same kind of way.
Okay.
Okay.
So this first one is one that a lot of people, I'm sure, know. I'm actually going to be putting it on screen as well, so that people can watch it, or like can look at it whenever they need to without me having to re-say it. But you'll also be able to like ask for a couple hints if you want, or like ask some yes or no questions to try to like get there a little easier, because I mean it's riddles. You're kind of supposed to be able to do that, even though a lot of people don't think so, and they're wrong.
They
this
are
is
wrong.
my segment. So this one is familiar to a lot of people, I'm sure.
I don't think I've ever heard that one.
I don't remember.
Penis.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
It is
while.
in The
Also,
Hobbit.
I hate that book.
I was honestly waiting for one of them to get it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But we need to come up with a different answer. So what is again? Box without edges, key or lid?
I'm guessing my answer wasn't right either. Penis.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Also, gross.
And is that a lid or is that a travel bag?
Is it a metal box with gold inside that's like completely melted shut? Darn.
Is it animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Yes, Dom is talking. Can you still hear us?
A very confused oyster.
Dom, you're silent again.
To them, not to Discord.
Apparently you cut out when you pulled up the text.
mic. Okay, can you hear me now? Is this better? I forgot, or I didn't think about it, the scenes that I had set up with the, answers
Yay,
and
you're
stuff.
back.
Yeah. Like, had the old mic set up, which I did not realize at the time did not work. So no, it is not a peach, but I do like the idea. It is not an apple. It is not a fruit of any kind.
Is it a honeycomb?
No. That is a really good answer, though, I will say.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That's actually bonus points, because, like, damn. That's a significantly less cursed answer than what I
Man.
have.
There's Kristin getting jiggy with it.
Is it a Jiggy from from Banjo-Kazooie?
I don't like this game anymore.
Why not? Oh, a pimple? No, pus isn't gold.
No.
That'd be a silver
It
treasure.
can be.
Is it a bladder?
Got it in one, huh?
It's a bladder.
Wow.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
so
have to do that every night.
I'm a little sad because you didn't get to get my really good hints that I had already thought of, which were things like, not everyone considers it a treasure, but our president does. Allegedly. I'm so glad that everyone immediately wants to kill me. This is what this segment is made for.
You nasty.
I'm
Hey,
gonna stick with honeycomb.
part of it was gonna be that, like, I don't consider it a treasure. I don't think anyone here considers it a treasure, but some people on the internet do.
You're right.
Listen, I had to come out strong with the worst one that I have.
So the others are better?
Yeah, none of them are that cursed, but, like...
What else you got?
I know, that's it for this week, because I only have a couple, so I need to, like...
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't want to blow your load on
Yeah,
on stream.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So yeah,
It wasn't
thanks,
a joke.
Thanks for the last stream of mine. It's cool to be here. I don't think I'll be invited back.
No, just because of this, we're not going to cancel you. You keep coming back every week and suffer with the rest of us.
Good. That sounds cool. I'm just gonna leave the text up on screen for the rest of this.
Oh god. Well, that's one way to, make things uncomfortable.
All right, fine.
Are you just going to replace them with the word smegma?
No.
Oh, you need to somehow make the answer to one of these be smegma.
I've already considered it. But see, the hard part is, like, I'm looking for riddles and then finding a different answer to them, which makes it a lot harder to specifically try to find one that fits with smegma.
What did you say the name of the segment was?
Wrong answers only.
Wrong answers only.
I am glad, because every now and then I look over at chat and I can see the exact moment where I agreed with what Broy has asked. I'm considering subbing just to unsub.
Do it, I dare you.
You know what they say, one man's piss is another man's vinegar. Something like that.
Nobody says that, Tim.
They should. Just to make everyone around them very uncomfortable.
Well, hooray for that.
See, the game is how many of these do I do before John kicks me off of the show or forcibly removes this segment from my vocabulary. Because here's the thing. The best part about riddles is that if one person tells, like, one shitty riddle every single week,
Ice cream?
like every week, then no matter how many weeks go by, if they say, I've got a riddle for you, then everyone immediately, like, has to shut up because they're like, I'm gonna solve it this time.
Ice cream?
Our lady's getting ice cream.
Oh.
Can I have some?
I'm totally not leaving the riddle. I'm sorry I scared you off with my piss riddle.
You know, every single time they've shown up, you've been a monster.
Yeah, it's because every time I talk to her, she is a monster to me. And this is the only way I can get revenge. And here's the thing, she will agree to that.
John got me ice cream.
Alright, it's time for the segment.
Ooh.
You just
Is
want to
this
get
where
out
you
of the
sort through your
piss
segments?
segment.
This is the segment where I talk about segments.
Is this the part where you shame me for not having one?
No. I mean,
No, that's
yes,
an entire segment of its own.
but... Yeah. Ugh.
Bye,
So,
Art Lady. Enjoy your ice cream.
Bye, friend. Thanks for showing up. I'm sorry I did this to you.
So, the point of this segment is I found a article several months ago about more than 200 free ideas for your next podcast, and so we go through and talk about some of them and mention how garbage some of them are. But some of them are genuinely good.
Like,
But
that's
most
where
of
you
them-
learned to interview guests.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Where
you.
learned to interview guests.
Uh-huh. See, we have taken some segments from the segment. So I've been exploring like the back half of this. We're not going through this in any particular order because there's
There's literally
They're
7
just-
million.
yeah. So here's one
I mean, he said 200, but yeah, 7 million's the same thing.
So this one is your entire season covers one person. So episode 1, you do a profile of the person. Episode 2, you look at the industry where the person works. Episode 3 is an in-depth look at a hobby the person enjoys.
Episode 4 is A New Hope, I think.
Episode 4 is a little bit more like episode 3. It's a look at the person's congressional district.
What?
Episode 5, an interview with the person's favorite author, which, I mean, can I just do episode 5 for
Yeah.
myself? Like, I'm going to do an entire season where it covers one person, me, and all of them are just going to be an interview with people I like. And then episode 6 is reader questions and feedback.
Hear that, Tim?
What am I hearing?
John's doing an entire season where he interviews people he likes.
Yeah, I haven't started that yet. So far, I'm doing the
Oh, okay.
opposite. I only interview the one person I hate most.
Wombat, then you do a seance.
Dom, did your arrows get stuck in the water trying to shoot the rock?
I think so. This rock is
Yeah.
literally so close to my ability to grab it, but I can't. Which means I cannot complete this puzzle because this stupid rock man threw me and my rock too far away.
How long until the rock respawns?
The next blood moon.
Oh. Yeah, Wombat, if your favorite author is dead, then we switch to the Yahoo Answers segment of this podcast, and we talk about the
What if Yahoo
Ouija boards.
Answers is my favorite conglomerate of authors?
That's when we switch to that and sort out the problems with the Ouija board. Here's another one. Interview everyone in the United States with the last name Smith.
What? How is that a segment? And not an impossibility?
Yeah, just a single, yeah. It's not so much segments. Most of these are like, this is the idea for the podcast. Like, if you don't have an idea for a podcast, do this.
If you don't have an idea for a
Millennium
podcast
Wombat.
and still somehow think you'll be good at it, do these.
Yeah. Pull out a tape recorder on your commute. Profile one person every day. Call it Commute. Brilliant name.
Is it?
So then it has some options. If it's on a flight, call it Seatmate. In a physician's waiting room, name it HIPAA.
So, okay, that I think might be illegal.
I mean, as long as they're telling you, they're the one that has the right to their own information. On a roller coaster, check your
But I
levels
think
during the
it's-
screams.
Isn't it illegal to ask? Isn't that what HIPAA is?
No.
I
Like,
think
if
it's
someone
just
calls up for work, you
illegal
can't
to
ask
distribute
what
the information
specifically is
without
wrong
their
with you.
approval.
I think it is both, like, you cannot, like, a employer cannot ask, and also, like, a doctor cannot tell. Like, it is a sort of joint of both of those things. Because it is perfectly legal for a person to ask, but, like, like, company, like, you cannot ask for, like, company reasons. You could just ask a friend because you want to know, kind of thing.
I don't.
Right.
I don't think the company is actually HIPAA. I think that's a separate law.
Okay,
Because
you're probably right.
like, I don't think insurance companies have to deal with HIPAA with regards to getting you, you know, like, insurance companies don't want to insure someone who's already got like 3 terrible diseases. But I don't think it's HIPAA that stops them from asking you, hey, do you have diabetes that we're gonna have to pay for? I think it's a separate law. HIPAA, I believe, mostly what we deal with is just, you know, no, you can't just spread health information around.
Yeah.
All right, scavenger hunt. Request people submit different sounds every month to you. So month 1, backyard sounds. Month 2, an interview with someone who doesn't look like you. Month
Wait, what?
3,
Are these related to the scavenger hunt idea?
yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Month 3, a minute-long ambient introduction to your town.
What does
Month
that
4,
mean?
an interview with a toddler, and month 5, an interview with an older person.
Now, to be
Where
fair,
are
I
we
would
supposed to
listen
find
to a
these
podcast
people?
that is entirely just an interview with a toddler.
Yeah,
Every
Just-
episode.
yeah. Honestly, it could be the same toddler every single time, and you could ask the toddler the same question every single time,
Yeah.
and you can get a different podcast each week. Alright, so a lot of these segments are like a big segment idea and then like some alternates. So this one is interview people who make podcasts. Then
Are you
alternately,
bad at podcasting? Here's a segment. Hijack someone's podcasting ability by forcing them to be on your podcast.
yeah. Option number 2 is interview people who listen to podcasts. Option
Not
number 3
your
is
podcast, just a podcast.
interview people who make podcasts.
That's not a group of people that exists.
It is actually. A lot of podcasters will have on other podcasters to talk about their podcast. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You might need to break out the red yarn. Option number 4 is interview people who write 200 ideas for podcasts.
Man, they were really running out of juice at this point in the description. Like, God,
And
who else
then-
can you interview? Like, there's no one else.
Lastly, interview people who download podcasts, forget about them, and realize their iPhone is now 70% podcasts.
Yeah, you mean people.
Yeah.
You should absolutely interview your dog.
She's not very vocal.
Aw. He doesn't mean that in a bad way. Now, what do you have to say?
Well, John was
really?
correct.
Did you hear her?
No.
Yes,
Mhm.
I did.
Yeah,
She's
because
near
you
the
live
mic.
there.
No, I'm in a completely different room. Remember, I
is.
don't watch your stream.
I'm always
Right now, I'm
sad.
not watching your stream because I'm petting the dog.
Because of the piss riddles? Honestly, I just, at this point, I think I need to figure out how many more riddles I can make where the answers are piss related.
Riddle me piss, Batman.
No, that is already a segment name, or else I would have used that.
Riddle me piss.
Yes, the McElroy brothers had a segment called Riddle Me Piss that was just reading shitty riddles from riddle.com. It's one of my favorite segments to listen to on repeat because it's just the worst, and none of them were excited to be a part of it.
Alright, narrating my commute to work.
Oh, God.
Alternately, narrating a fictional story about people who walk into this Starbucks over the next half hour and making up backstories about their lives. Which, that could be enjoyable.
That could be fun to do, but not really fun to listen to as someone not there. On a
I mean,
podcast.
if you're a good narrator, then they'll have
If you're
basically
a good
all the
narrator,
same.
you don't need this list of 200 ideas for your podcast.
Yes. Yes. Narrating all of the commercials I encounter on a daily basis. No commercials on the actual program, though.
That'd be great because I don't even watch TV, so and I have like ad block on sometimes, so like I don't think I have any. So it'd be just like ambient, like dark ambient music for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Get radio commercials. It sucks.
Narrating all of the random thoughts that pop into my head over the course of a day, and then
Bad
interviewing
plan.
experts about them.
Bad plan.
Do you mean therapy?
Yeah, that's
No,
basically what that is.
I've had
Kinda,
17
yeah.
intrusive thoughts today. What do you think about that? And they're like, yeah, you need to get in here.
I had 17 intrusive thoughts today, and like 3 of them were about like pee-pee hats.
Yeah.
Tell me about what thinking about pee-pee hats means for me.
Like, it's not enough piss jokes.
Alright, so a news program about the election from the perspective of people who do not have the right to vote, which genuinely would be an interesting topic.
Yeah, that's basically a conversation about prison reform at that point.
Yep.
Prison reform and, there's a lot of immigrants.
Yeah.
So, immigration reform. Alright.
And juvenile law.
Alternately, election coverage from people who live in towns with populations under 5,000 people. Alternately, election podcast about elections for hyperlocal offices. Think a Cub Scout pack.
That's not a local office.
It's hyperlocal.
That still is not an office.
I mean,
County dog catcher.
I don't think everyone has the right to vote for that. In fact, I don't think that was always the thing you vote for. I think sometimes you just, if you start it, you're the master now.
No, we're not talking about like Packmaster or whatever. We're talking about like the den, not den leader, but the damn, because there's not really, they might not be very familiar with Cub Scouts. In Boy Scouts, it would be like patrol leader or senior patrol leader, like those elections, which I think would be kind of funny to do an election podcast where you're sitting there, you're like in your tie and everything, and
it's just
An election podcast from the perspective of people who can't vote in that election, specifically.
correct.
So it's just the
Excellent.
adult. You know what? I want a podcast where you just interview like the adults of the pack as they like shit talk the people who they think don't need to be the pack, not like the patrol
Yeah.
leaders.
Like, really? They're gonna pick him for patrol leader? I mean, like,
Fucking
I watched
dumbass
him
can't tie his shoes.
can't tie his shoes, and he was picking at his nose and eating it last week. And
Ew.
Not a single woggle among them.
a news podcast that features a segment from where you live and a segment from a different place.
So, from where you live and from where you don't live.
So
Yes.
you mean like local and global?
That's
Oh,
like
local in like the next town over.
hearing that is like the like picture of two books on a bookshelf, and it's like everything they teach you at Harvard and everything they don't teach you at Harvard.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, well, there's all the things right there.
Congrats. That is the entirety of human knowledge.
Yep.
Oh, that's a strange screenshot.
Yep. She's creepy, and I love it. She's talking about that smooth ancient ball.
That you just tried to blow up.
No, just blow up the boxes.
I like this one. It's one we've already talked about in the past, but it's
That
a
means I
news
won't-
podcast that consists of people talking about the news using the 1,000 most commonly used words in the English language only.
So it's like simple Wikipedia, basically.
Yeah. But like, you still have to get ads like to help pay for your podcast. But like
And that
the-
use the
the-
same word.
Mm.
so like you can't use like MailChimp or VPN, yeah, ExpressVPN or any of that. Stamps.com probably is, but or just stamps. But
By the way, I want you to know that finding riddles for that segment is one of the most difficult things in the world because, I don't know if you know, but if you go to riddles.com, you will find a subgenre of riddles that I think a lot of people refer to as not riddles, but in fact, jokes.
oh, wow, fuck, what was it?
I think what you need to do is you take the actual riddle and you plug it into Google and you take the second autocomplete answer.
You know, riddles like quips and
Yeah, like, you know, the things that you say and then people laugh at the punchline. I mean, answer. Like, you go to riddles.com and it's like, hey, what's the best thing about Sweden? Well, the flag's a big plus, and you're just like, that's not a riddle!
no, it's not.
But it's funny.
I don't know if it's funny.
I don't think of riddles as being funny for the most part.
No, riddles
No.
specifically are not, like, they're not generally supposed to be funny, they're supposed to be, like, head scratchers. Like, they're supposed to make you think, not make you
Yeah.
guffaw.
Exactly.
That thing is usually called a joke.
A weekly critique of the New York Times wedding section. Alternately, a critique of the crossword puzzle, or the obits, or
I would
the obit
fucking love a
writers.
critique of the crossword puzzle, because crossword puzzles to me fit in the very same vein as riddles, where like whoever writes them feels really smug afterwards.
Yeah. But they're assholes.
Yeah, they're assholes.
Also,
and,
we have
like,
absolutely done a critique of the New York Times crossword puzzle on this before.
Have we?
Yes, the last time I had us do the New York Times crossword puzzle.
That's true. We did
Oh,
do that
that's
one time.
right, we did.
Oh, you did a critique of it?
No,
Was I
we
here?
did the puzzle and also hated it at the same time out loud.
Oh yeah, I
So,
was
you
there
know,
for
A
that.
critique.
interesting. This is not really a podcast. Each car model gets a different tone. The experimental tone-based podcast is the melody that results as cars drive through a toll booth on the New Jersey Turnpike.
You say every
sounds
car gets a
cool.
different tone?
Every car model
Model.
gets a different tone.
How many tones are there that you're gonna be able to use for this?
I mean,
How many cars are gonna be like just not ever show up? I think the Hummer would just be whatever tone the brown note is. Or maybe the Cube. Fucking shittiest car I've ever seen.
all right. Well, that was the segment.
That was the segment.
Yep.
The segment.
Segment.
The
The
segment.
segment. No, that's coming next.
No, let's not. All right, Kristin, it's time for your segment.
Yeah, it's time for the Broria segment.
The Broius segment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. I know you've got one in the works that you've been thinking about for a while.
Of course I do.
Yeah, before streaming, you're like, God, I can't wait to finally get this segment out.
Well, it's still in the works.
Weird that you said
Bruh.
that, despite earlier saying it's totally 100% done for sure, and I won't change that.
I mean, you did say that you had an idea for a segment while we were on vacation.
I was on vacation.
Is it the
And I
vacation
came
segment where
home.
you don't tune in or or think about work? Because that's my favorite
And-
segment.
I realized it was a bad segment and that I shouldn't do it. And
Oh, it's cool.
that
I've realized
everyone
that
would
the,
hate it.
I've realized that the riddle segment was bad 7 times in the last week and still didn't.
Yep. Yeah, you did. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I came up with the idea that that was bad 7 times in the past minute,
Yeah,
and you still did it.
You figured that out as soon as I started talking about it.
Are you looking it up now? Looking up information for your podcast segment? She's on her phone right now. I think your idea was like alphabetical,
Yeah, I'm trying to find something that works. Everything I've found so far is multiple choice, though, and I don't want that.
God, I hate this
Okay.
shrine.
Oh.
Okay.
Fortunately, I
Is it
found
because
the
it's
one we
called
dug
Oh my
before.
cock?
No.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's because it's called Oh My
Easy.
Cock. No, it's because this shrine is called Metal Doors Open the Way. So the first thing you do is
Oh,
open
that
these
was
metal
on
doors.
Reddit?
And then the
I
next
didn't
thing
know that.
you do is find these metal doors, which don't open. And that's all of the doors in this shrine.
My tumbly hurts.
The tumbly.
Yeah, my tumbly hurts. Of course not. Why would they?
In fact, these doors aren't even doors.
They're bridges.
Yeah, like that. It's like as soon as I'm sorry, this one opens, which is useless.
I'm also frustrated.
Why are you frustrated?
Because the stupid person doesn't have
A segment?
a useful stupid thing.
Are you okay, John?
There
You sound
No,
like you're going through a
I'm
lot
not.
right now.
I'm not okay. There. Now go in the other room and do it.
Go in the other room.
I'm sending you away. I get to be in this room now.
It's weird that you guys have a one person per room policy.
It's called our microphones get in each other's way.
Yeah.
i.e. sword fighting is fun. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know they were like long micro. Well, one of them maybe.
Which one?
The more you know.
Well, the one that isn't a couple centimeters, bro.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Which means the other one must be a boom mic.
Yeah.
Boom.
Shakalaka, boom. Shakalaka, boom.
Boom. Shakalaka.
Shakalaka. Boom.
Actually got Riley to watch that for the first time last week.
That's a good movie.
That is a very good movie.
I need to rewatch it.
Where do you think we should start?
Do you want to start at the beginning or the end, guys?
Of what?
The
So many
alphabet.
questions.
I'd like to start at Q.
No, the beginning or the end.
Fine, the end.
There's your answer.
Sounds no fun.
It is. Just joking. We'll start at the end. Alright. Wait, actually show me the things.
We're gonna call this segment Trivial Fursuits.
Oh boy.
No. We're not going to call it that.
Wait, what?
But
what
I
is
feel
this?
like we need to keep that name for
Yeah,
something in the
Trivial
future.
Fursuits is like the best name for something. I don't know what it would be, but like, I think Trivial
Not
Fursuits
this.
is where we just like find the like only fursuits online that cost less than $15.
There you go.
So it's just that alpaca costume I had to wear.
You mean I had to wear?
Oh, that's right, you had to wear it. I had to beat you up. I had
You want to know the
like,
sad part? That did cost more than $15.
Oh, Tim,
Oh yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm sure it did. I'm sure that cost like 70 or so.
Could have been real cheap if you just.
With all the mops and the shipping on that sweater, I think it was
Yeah.
closer to 100.
Yeah, see, it would have been cheaper.
I was
if you
thinking
just.
thinking high.
You should have just stole from work like I would.
Right.
They use a lot of cotton mops. They won't know.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
like dollar stores have mops too if you don't care about, the actual mopping quality.
Well, it mattered because we had to mop up all of the blood.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
So I think I'm going to steal Trivial Pursuit for the next rank amateurs.
Oh. Oh no.
Now, where did you
I'm
come up with
terrified.
Trivial Pursuits? That's so good. I'm livid.
Alright, Kristin, what is the name of this segment then?
It's gonna be announced later.
Yeah, it's okay. You like Tim with his Words with Fiends. Like you can just do the segment and then like the name will come to us.
Exactly. Alright, so it's basically just trivia. There are questions and you just say the answers, and there may or may not be a theme to the answers.
If the
So
theme
which
hits-
princess does Link attempt to rescue in a series of video games?
Well, that's oddly
Daisy. You don't know his
Wom-
name.
Midna.
Wombat got it.
Wombat got it.
Oh, okay.
Wombat got it.
Good job, Wombat. I can't
It's-
see the chat now
Yay,
because I've been
Wombat.
banished to the other room. Thanks, John.
Zelda Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
The daughter of John Williams.
Yes. No.
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 Oh.
No.
That explains why the music's so good.
To my understanding, John Williams does not have a daughter. He does have a son, though.
I'm glad that all of us like
Texas
immediately to
bastard.
Taylor's like no. No. No.
Forget John Williams' son is known for. Yeah, he's the lead singer of Toto.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, we found that
Yeah.
recently.
Wait, John Williams' song sang Africa?
Correct. Yep, he is the
Wild.
lead vocalist from 86 to 88, and again from 2010 to 2019 in Toto.
Oh, well, when did Africa come out?
Fuck, I'll look it up.
Yay.
Well, I'm not gonna look it up. So,
Song by Toto.
I think Africa came out
82.
12 million years ago, something like that.
It was released in 82, so it was actually before.
I appreciate
somehow.
you, Tim.
I thought it was gonna be in the middle.
yeah, right? I assumed that
But
meant
no.
that he started the band singing and then left and then came back, not that he joined after their big hit.
So
And
that,
then
like,
left
hey,
and
you,
came
what are
back.
your qualifications? My dad's John Williams. Okay, cool, you can sing with
Hired.
us.
Yeah.
He was the writer of the original English lyrics for the songs Lapti Neck, which is the song that the Max Rebo band plays, and Ewok Celebration.
Oh boy.
He did the lyrics for a song sung by teddy bears?
Yes.
Murder teddy bears.
Yeah, teddy bears.
Ewok Celebration, commonly known as
Fair
Yub
enough.
Nub.
No, I think it's commonly known as the song that Ewoks sang at the end of episode 6.
Yub Nub. Alright, go ahead. What's the next one?
What word for a light wind gets its name from the Greek god of the west wind?
Zelda.
What did the other person say? Person that
Tim-
wasn't
Tim-
John.
Tim said Zephyr.
Nice.
Oh, okay. So they all... Okay. I was trying to figure out something that started with Y.
In Greek mythology, Kronos and Rhea were the parents of who?
Zelda.
Zeus. Zelda.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Tim.
Wait, Williams or Princess?
Yeah. Roosevelt.
There's a Zelda Roosevelt?
Isn't it? No. Is it Fitzgerald?
Yes.
Yep, Fitzgerald.
Damn it.
You know, the author who was never the president of the United States.
You never know.
I do.
Could be.
I do actually know.
Could be.
Should I do all of them, or should I just like?
Nah, just we'll just do Z.
But should I do all of the Z?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. What in ancient Assyria and Babylonia was a tower in the shape of a stepped pyramid?
Ziggurat?
Ziggurat.
Nice.
Getting ziggy with it.
Nah, 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 nah.
I don't know why I couldn't remember it, and I just started singing Sean Cena.
Wombat's asking who Gaia's boy toy was.
Who? What?
Who did Gaia fuck to make Zeus?
Oh, didn't you say Kronos?
Oh, this thing says Kronos and Rhea.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
What landlocked country in southern Africa has a capital called Harar?
Zimbabwe.
Yay.
I knew it because it started with a Z.
Which element is extracted from the ore
Zinc.
fluorite?
Xenon.
Sphalerite.
Dom's right. Alphabetically, what is the last chemical element?
I thought you were gonna say the last letter of the alphabet, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I paused to make you think that.
Wait, so say it again?
Alphabetically, what is the last chemical element? Don't blame him. It's his ass's fault.
Wow, alright.
Zelda.
Zelda. I'm gonna guess it's not
Again.
zinc, but I can't remember the other Z element I wanted to say earlier.
Yeah, Tim, you're a nerd.
I was gonna
you
say,
probably
what about
have the
Mensa?
periodic
What does he
table
know?
of Wombat says Zibrinium, which I'm pretty sure is not actually a
I'm
an
not
element.
familiar with that element.
Also, it would be before zinc, so
What if it was zinc but with 2 Z's?
Zirconium?
zinc.
Good job.
Thank you. That was the other one that I
Yay.
wanted and forgot it instantly.
What is the currency of Poland?
Zoobity box.
Zelda.
Zollars.
Dollars.
Zenny.
Zenny? Ooh. Man.
Apparently it's zloty.
I like my answer better.
Me too. Colombian dancer Beto Perez created what fitness program
Zumba.
during the 1990s?
Yep, Zumba.
Yep.
So I got really excited.
What is the largest city in Switzerland?
Zurich.
Nice.
What?
Zurich.
Huh. I was
What
gonna
were
make
you
up an
gonna
answer
say?
because I was confident none of us would know.
What were you gonna say?
I hadn't gotten there yet. I was too thrown by the fact that Tim instantly gave a correct answer.
Nice. Yay, that was the Browius segment. Now we
Good
return you
job.
to your regularly scheduled chit show. I mean program.
Ah, no, that's accurate.
Can call it the Bro is Lazy segment.
No, let's not do that. All right, so it's time for my other real segment.
Oh,
Oh,
Not-
organizing your library?
Yes.
every single time, all of us have been like, yes!
Nope.
Also,
Nope.
for the record, Wombat, Zibrinium is in fact a real thing, but it's not an element, it's an orchid.
So it can be an
Nerd.
element of someone's garden.
But only periodically.
Oh, that's
Sick.
pretty good.
Alright, so
Alright.
what segment are we talking about, John?
This is the Yahoo Answers segment.
Ah, yes.
Yay!
Oh, I thought you said yes to organizing your Steam library.
I wasn't feeling dead enough inside tonight.
All right. Well, speaking of, let's go to science and mathematics for Tim. We'll just pull that up. Dom, your entertainment and music. I'm gonna let you choose what your category is today.
Oh, yay.
Your options are celebrities, jokes and riddles, music, radio,
Oh,
comics
jokes
and
and
animation.
riddles. It's gotta be jokes
Okay.
and riddles, John.
You're right. You're
Mhm.
right. Fuck. Why did I even think about it? All right. And Tim, at this point we know what yours is.
Yeah.
Some of us don't remember what Tim's is.
It's paranormal phenomena.
Oh, that's right.
Phenomena.
Do-do-do-do.
All right,
Nah.
Kristin, why don't you pick my category?
What are my options?
Amusement parks, gambling, toys, board games, hobbies and crafts, video and online games, or card games, or other.
Amusement parks.
Okay. Okay. And Tim, I will let you choose Kristin's.
What are the options for
Gosh,
Kristin?
Oh gosh, I hate this segment.
Adolescent, grade schooler, parenting, trying to conceive, adoption, newborn and baby, pregnancy, baby names, toddler and preschooler, or other.
I would like us
Trying to conceive.
I would like us to just, in general, go to the trying to conceive board and instead of talking about anything related to pregnancy, It's just us trying to wrap our minds around something.
All right, so let's
So
see.
Wombat, these are all intentionally picked to be the things that'll hurt us individually the most.
Yeah, except for
mean,
Dom's.
Yeah.
Dom's.
Mine, similarly to my segment, is designed to do damage to other people.
No, see, because John's just gonna pick all the jokes for you.
I mean, apparently those are riddles, so... But it's okay, because I will still find a way to pick the worst possible answers that are still technically correct. Man, I'm so mad that Broly has figured it out that quickly.
Alright, let's see. I think I've got a riddle for you. I think I've got 2 riddles for you.
Oh, excellent. Also,
Alright,
can I just say,
also...
my least favorite genre of riddle is the ones where the answers are like 3 times as long as the riddle itself, because there's so much
Yeah.
explaining to make it work.
Alright, so first I'm gonna start with a joke for you. Are department store dressing rooms proof that anybody can change? That they just capitalize things weird.
Was that the
That
joke?
was it. That was it.
Oh, okay, so there's no...
What's the answer, Dalton?
No.
Correct. Alright. I cooked salmon last night with tomatoes, sautéed onions, and mushrooms. I woke up this morning and threw up. Was it delicious?
I don't think that's a riddle, I think that's subjective.
Yeah.
The throw up? Probably no?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't... It was 2 days ago, and they didn't select a answer. Some of the answers here are like, you should know you tasted it twice, or,
Can we just make...
it must have been delicious since you ate it. And then the rest of them are all like, next time bake it with cracked pepper with drawn butter. And I imagine alcohol had nothing to do with, like, giving normal ass
Trying
answers.
to give advice in the riddle section? Can we just make a, like, short video series that's just number weighing, but instead of numbers, it's riddles with answers that have nothing to do with the riddle?
Was it delicious? 11! That's
That's number weighing.
I don't see. I was thinking, like, was it delicious? Like, just like meat, and it's just like what? Like, like
Meat?
Was
No,
it delicious?
no.
37 Pennsylvania Avenue. It's like, what are you fucking talking about?
Alright, the next one. Who was the moron who decided to put diaper changing stations in Hooter restrooms?
Also, not a riddle. That's also the setup to a joke.
Correct. Also, not the setup to a joke. That's just they're asking.
Oh, that's just... Oh, okay. So it's neither of the things, and it is...
Yeah.
Because it sounds like it's the setup to a really shitty joke.
Yeah. No. Alright, that was it. You're free. Let's see. Going for some good amusement parks one for me. It's mostly coronavirus. I know that's shocking to everyone.
What, that the U.S. is mostly coronavirus?
So this one's... Oh man, I forgot this one. This is not the first time we've done the amusement parks one. This is the help I shit my pants at the fair and I need a quick fix. Let's see. Are there any newer ones?
I wonder how many Yahoo Answers questions start with "Help! I shit my pants."
All right. So, Going to Disney World while pregnant? So I found out this week I'm about pregnant. We had a trip to Disney World planned for this July, and I'm gonna be about 30 weeks. Is it still worth it? No.
Did you say Disneyland or Disney World?
Disney World. Disney World is in Florida,
Yes.
which is fucking hot as hell.
Yeah. And it also has the unfortunate side effect of being Florida.
Being in Florida.
Yes.
Yes.
And you have to live with that while you're there.
Yeah. Also, we're in the middle of the coronavirus, so don't go to Disney World. Done.
Go to Disneyland just to hang out after hours and see all the feral cats. There's apparently like 200 feral cats that live on Disneyland property. Except that I bet there's a fucking million of them now.
Can a person ride a roller coaster barefoot in an amusement park?
Yes.
Technically, but
Let me
they-
answer that question with another question. Does the Pope shit his pants in an amusement park?
I'm gonna say, in general, no, but it's technically possible.
You've never
Did he
seen
have the
at
corn
Six
dogs?
Flags people taking off their shoes so that they don't lose them on the roller coasters?
Why would
No,
you take...
actually.
But if
All
you
those
take off your
flip-flops
shoes,
people?
they are easier to lose.
No, you take them off like at the start of it, where you end up back again, so that they don't fly off.
But if they're on your feet, they also shouldn't fly off. That's what shoes do.
I think they're talking like flip flops and stuff.
Okay, but those
Yeah.
aren't shoes. Those are like
Correct.
boards connected flimsily to your foot.
Yeah. They're also just don't. Here's a solution. Don't wear flip flops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but
not
it
at the park.
still
not-
is evidence that people can in fact ride roller coasters barefoot, which was the question.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not supporting flip-flops, I'm pointing out the fact that many people ride roller coasters barefoot.
I don't want to believe that there's that many people that wear flip flops.
I don't want to believe that anybody has been at an amusement park and taken off their shoes and for even a moment walked around the park barefoot.
I don't like to admit the fact that there are that many people. In general.
All right. Next question. Does it sound like he wants us to visit him so he can meet his son or so we can have sex?
What?
My baby's dad is meeting my son for the first time next month. We're flying down there and staying with him in a hotel for 3 days. He paid for the hotel and I paid for the flight. He talked before about how he was nervous about meeting his son, and he also talked about us having sex. The first time he asked about it, he asked if we would do anything, and I said if he wants to, and he just said this time we'll be more careful, not getting pregnant again. Then a few days ago, I asked if he would stay at the hotel with us or at his place, and he said the hotel if that's okay. He told me we could fuck if I wanted to, and that it was up to me. Then yesterday, he randomly asked me if I ever tried anal before, because there's a fucking Inya in there.
Angel.
And yeah.
Yeah, I've never done anal.
So like,
And we talked about maybe doing that, and he told me he definitely wants to shower with me. Does it sound like he wants us to visit him so he can meet his son, or so we can have sex?
what section is this in?
Amusement parks.
Neat. Because that was a roller coaster of a question. It's
Yep.
not that it went up or down or anywhere. It's just like,
It just kept going.
yeah, it just felt like it was sending me 100 miles an hour towards a wall. Don't associate in That's not what the Oracle flow is.
Don't associate Inya with this horseshit. Yes, he wants to have sex with you, and he might be a tiny amount interested in meeting his son.
Yeah. What it sounds
But it's
like
also a
happened here
baby.
is a thing that happens a lot with with guys is that he was excited about a thing, and then he got horny.
How old did they say the son was?
Babies. It's a baby. My baby's dad.
Oh, yeah. No one wants to. I mean, yeah.
He gonna fuck you.
Don't have anal in the same room as this baby.
Sorry, no. Don't have anal.
Don't have anal in
At all.
in close proximity to this baby of yours.
Alright, oof. Well, that's gross, so I'm gonna read that.
Why does everyone hate my segment if John can say things like that?
We never said that we don't hate my segment, too.
Oh, that was rude. Well, glad that by comparison, my previous segment was not so rude. I hate all of these segments. You and me
All
both,
right.
man.
All
None
right,
of us
Kristin.
are happy about the things we do here.
Is there a way when conceiving a child to do things that increase the chance of the child getting my good genes and not my bad ones?
Just write it in your will.
That's what I was
Thanks,
thinking.
guys. I'm gonna go. I'm never gonna make a good joke tonight.
I was just thinking,
That was
put the
that was
good
the,
genes in a box and save them for the kid.
Yeah. Make sure you pick out the ones that have the like the deep pockets and not the ones that are.
Yes.
It's okay if they have like a little bit of tearing and holes and stuff. Just
Yeah, that's
make sure they've got pockets.
make sure you wash them inside out, so that the dye stays in.
You're right. Also, or you could just never wash your jeans like the nasty people.
Those are the worst kind of people.
Add seasoning.
So, fun fact, jeans are not cast iron.
They
God,
will
but I
be
would love some
eventually if
cast
you
iron
use them right.
jeans. Yeah, but isn't denim basically the cast iron of clothing?
Basically,
Yes, it is. I think cast iron jeans are just called greaves.
You know what my favorite cooking implement is? A gillet. That's a jean skillet.
Oh.
Alright, Kristin, do you have an answer?
Bright side
Yeah,
is
put
I
the
think,
good genes in a box and save them for the kid.
Alright.
I think gillet qualifies for our kitchen crime segment.
Alternatively, yes, there's a way to make sure that your kid does not get your bad genes.
Don't have a kid.
Don't have it yet.
Ding, ding, ding.
No, it's to make a clone of yourself and have sex
No.
with that clone.
Tim?
It would have the bad genes. Definitely have the bad
Yeah, because
genes.
you and your clone would be fighting over the good genes. Could that make your butt look good?
No, pleather is absolutely not the cast iron of clothing.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Mm.
Pleather is like the stainless steel, maybe. Maybe that's khakis.
No, I'd s-
I'd say pleather is the non-stick.
yeah, pleather is the non-stick.
Yeah,
I'd
that's
say leather would be the stainless. Or no, leather would be the copper plated.
okay. Because I was gonna say if leather is the stainless steel, then I think pleather would be the stained steel, because it's just pretend leather.
Nah, we're going by quality here. All right, the next question, which we don't really have to answer, because it's
Okay, what's killing me now is the thought, like the concept of the cooking, the food crime show, where every now and then we just drop like trivia, like, hey, did you know cast iron is the denim of cooking, and then you just move on like nothing fucking happened. like the text appears on screen, all like tip of the day. Just like, what did they just say?
Yeah, I like it.
Excellent.
I hate it.
And no, corduroy is not the cast iron of.
Oh god, corduroy is certainly not the cast iron.
Alright, here's the question. Can I help sperm get into my cervix? Is that necessary?
Yeah, you fuck upside down.
It helps if you move some.
Ugh. Or you could just turkey baster it.
There you go.
God, nothing sexier than a turkey baster.
I don't know. You don't know what everyone likes for foreplay.
Ugh.
Mm.
Ugh.
Tim, I blame you. I really should blame John. But he did the whole, oh, you pick each other's categories thing to pit us against each other, so you know what? Why not fall for it?
Sounds like a cooking crime because someone's getting a little too salty.
Everything should be so salty that if it were any saltier, it would be too salty.
So it should be just salty enough.
Yes.
You've just described a normal amount of salt.
So yes, there are ways of getting sperm into your cervix. Very.
Alright. Here, okay, I have an actual answer for this. Do they still sell super soakers? I feel like this is still a thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. Fuck the turkey baster. I have a better solution.
Side note, please do not actually fuck the turkey baster.
I mean, like, if that's your thing. Man, nothing makes me happier than looking over and seeing add permitted term sperm.
Other permitted terms from the stream. PP. Slutty.
She fucking loser. Alternatively, fuck you was one of them. Wow, this was not a good stream for our permitted terms list.
No,
Or
no,
it was
it's
a
not.
revolutionary stream for our permitted terms list.
Anyway, yes, they still sell super soakers, but you would clog up the works if you had it straight, so you have to add homeopathy to this.
You would clog it up if you added what, Tim?
If you add the sperm in straight to the super
Okay.
soaker. So you have to dilute it with homeopathy to make it more potent.
Okay, so...
You just convinced someone on the internet. Like, someone's gonna watch this and go, "You're right.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense. I need less sperm to make it work."
And a new kink was born.
Okay, here's the thing. Like... Tim, I hate you for all of this. Okay, so, if there's anything I know, it's that if you want the sperm to be super effective, you gotta add lavender and a couple other essential oils, but lavender specifically has to be in there, probably. For sure. Yeah, and you just dilute that down a bit. In fact, you can just mix as much sperm as you've got. Doesn't matter if it's from the same person, it's fine. Probably.
Yeah. What could it hurt?
You know, if you do it on the butt, it gets to your bloodstream faster. So that should actually help out. a
Yeah.
lot.
Well,
Yeah?
what is it doing? There's a song about that. There's a
Yes,
song
there
about doing it
is.
in the butt.
Yes,
to make it
there
get to your
is.
bloodstream faster?
No.
No. No, but our good Christian boy might not like that song. Or maybe he'll really like it. Either way, I don't want to be the one to show it to him.
The song is titled "Fuck Me in the Ass 'Cause I Love Jesus."
Oh, I remember hearing about that song.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good song.
yeah. You made a pact to keep your hymen intact, and Jesus and you are tight. So you know, since premarital sex is wrong, but guys can't wait that long. Use the loophole.
Is that Garfunkel and Oates? Is that their name?
Yeah, Garfunkel and Oates.
Okay, cool. I always, every time I say it, I have to double check myself to be like, I'm not
You're
saying
like,
Simon and
not
Garfunkel,
Simon,
right?
not Simon. Yeah.
Because it's definitely not Simon and Garfunkel.
No, it's not.
Absolutely not.
But God, would it be so good if it was. Hello, anal, my old friend.
It's not a Chuck Tingle book yet. It will be eventually. All
All right.
things eventually will be a Chuck Tingle book.
Tim, how do you explain premonitions?
Now let's see. When deja vu and basic common sense love each other very much.
So, this person has a book written here for... I'm not a superstitious person, nor do I subscribe to the paranormal. It's fine if you do, but I've very vividly experienced a premonition. I was sleeping in the same room as my dog, and I dreamt of her skull being crushed by a gargoyle just outside our doorway. It was years ago, but the details of this short vision remain clear. I woke up and checked on her, pet her, and felt the need to say goodbye to her. When I woke again in the morning, she was dead. Obviously, gargoyles did not kill her, old age did. But it still makes me wonder. Dreams process day-to-day information, so it could have been that I was simply worried about her and coincidentally timed it to a T. That's the only explanation I've come up with thus far. What do you think?
I'm sorry for your loss.
You know, I also used to not really like care much for their paranormal, but someone gave me a 12-month subscription to it, so. Right, 2 good jokes tonight. Now you can't expect anything from me next week.
Uh,
To which I'm sure the normal response is, we never do.
Nope. Well, Tim?
Now, see, what we're doing is we're actually making things better for your future kid by draining you of all your dad jokes now.
Joke's on you, they come back. There's an unending flow.
Just like millennial kids when they can't afford a house.
Of tears? Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean, they come back.
Oh. Oh, I gotcha.
So anyway, actual answer about premonitions. There really are things that just can't be properly explained, partially because the human brain is that weird.
But science.
Science is a tool, it's not a result.
Maybe your dog was psychic and thought
But
you wanted to combine.
science! Alright. Second question, which is weirdly in paranormal phenomena. Should schools do more to encourage the understanding of science and logic?
John, I really thought you were about to say,
Yes,
help, I
yes,
shit
they should.
myself
Next
at the
question.
fair.
Alright, well, that's it. That's all we got.
But you never helped anyone who shit themselves at the fair.
Correct.
What are they supposed
Correct.
to do?
It's a great question, and I still don't have an answer. Like, from the last time.
I wonder what percentage of questions start with, help I shit myself at the fair.
Like,
It's gonna be low, but also higher than literally any other sentence.
I think, okay, there's another one that is roughly the same, and it's help I got my dick stuck in blank.
I just put My dick in a blender, turn it on. It feels good.
It doesn't. Does not feel at all, I don't think, after a very short period of time.
Are you sure? Have you tried it?
Yeah, pretty sure massive blood loss will do that. If it does feel good, the blood loss will be that much faster.
Okay, well, that's a good question. Was it hard when you put it in the blender? Because that does change things a little bit. Like the amount of blood there is.
Or if it gets to the blade part of the blender.
Oh, you're right. Well, you know mine isn't regardless, so...
Actually, if it was hard and it reaches the blade part of the blender, you might be fine for a while.
Why do you think that, Tim?
Blood doesn't actually flow through a hard penis. It flows in and then it stays there, and that's why it stays hard.
You're right. You'll just have a dead penis hanging onto you.
Yep. But you'll still have most of your blood.
See, you said it'll be fine. I'm like, Tim, it doesn't grow armor. It's not what being hard is. It's not.
I think it would be better if it was, hard and doesn't reach the blend.
I don't know. It might be a shower for all we know.
And if it's a grower or a shower, then it doesn't matter either way if it's hard or not. It's not that a shower looks big and then grows smaller when it gets hard.
I don't know. Maybe that's how John's works. If you centimeters that big.
Well, Tim, if that's how that works, then that means
When
it
I
looks
flaccid,
small
I've got
and then
fucking horse
it shrinks to
dick.
nothing.
When I'm flaccid, I'm a fucking horse stick. But then when it gets hard, it's...
A girl seems like, oh my, you're like, oh, don't get used to it.
Yeah, don't get used to it. Oh, gross. Alright, well, I have one last thing I can talk about that isn't dick in a blender. It looks like nothing, but when I get hard, micro penis, baby. What have y'all been consumpting?
Stephanie,
Like what media?
Stephanie and I watched 4 seasons of anime in 1 month.
Nice.
Which one?
We watched 2 seasons of Sailor Moon Crystal, because that
Nice.
is what is currently out. Very good, very enjoyable. A little too fast story-wise, so you don't get any character interaction, which is a little
That
sad.
sucks.
Season 2 is a little better about it, but now that they've caught up, hopefully it's like a little better. We also watched Brand New Animal and Beastars.
Okay.
Beastars we watched in 2 days. I think we watched the first 10 episodes in 1 day. That anime has more sex in it than I thought. And that I thought that there was no sex in it, and then there were like 3+ scenes where it was like almost very much explicitly like about to happen, and you're just like, huh.
They had to attract the furry crowd somehow.
Tim, you'd have that by just having the characters. There's a scene where someone like puts like his hand in like the wolf's mouth to like pull back his mouth to show the fangs, and I'm like, huh, that's thirsty as fuck for a lot of people, I think.
Okay, I'll rephrase. You have to arouse the furry crowd somehow.
Tim, the furry crowd will do that themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you talking about? So I've been anime finally came back. It was all of the good anime were on a hiatus because of these uncertain times.
If you say uncertain, can uncertain times just be a segment where we just talk about how shitty everything is?
But I'm watching 2 pretty good anime. Another one I'm watching is the new anime by the guy that did Soul Eater.
Nice.
and then some absolutely fucking garbage anime.
Which one?
Here, let me look up what the Misfit of Demon King Academy.
Yeah, that sounds
Uh,
garbage.
Yeah, it is. It's
I don't like. Okay, give me a plot summary so I know if it's worse than the trashiest anime I've watched.
I mean, it's not probably because it's not even the trashiest anime I've watched.
Oh, okay.
But after
Is it even the
2000
trashiest anime you're watching this season?
yes.
All right, John. What's the
I'd say
trashiest
it's
anime you
trashy.
watched?
We don't want to go into that.
Oh, I do actually. I'm already prepared to say mine. So.
Aramanga Sensei.
Oh, that's the weird one.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I told you.
I'm not sure if that's.
It's trash.
I'm not sure if that's worse than what I've seen.
What have you seen?
The World God Only Knows. Which is an anime about a guy who does not like girls, or I'm sorry, he does not like 3D girls and plays video games all day, but only
Only likes 2D girls.
yeah, so the only games he plays with his day is dating sims. And then a demon from hell appears without his knowledge to like get his help because souls have escaped from hell and have made their way into girls' hearts, and so in order to exorcise the ghosts, they have to fall in love with someone. And because he is on the message boards known as the God of Conquest, she assumes that means he's good at seducing people. So he has to dating sim to save the world, but in real life. It's fucking garbage. And it's got the best opening I've ever heard.
Wombat says it's good, though.
Oh, it's fucking horrible and I love it, and it's...
Aramanga Sensei's pretty horrible.
Yeah. I'm just glad to hear that Aramanga Sensei is the trashiest one you've seen, because
Yeah, I'm
Dom
pretty
asked
sure it
you,
is.
and you hesitated to say, I was a little bit afraid that maybe you'd watched something I hadn't known about.
No, I'm pretty sure that's the worst I've seen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's right. The girls don't remember it afterwards, except for that last season. Then some of them remember, and then it gets weird. Last season was like, we've decided it's a harem anime now.
Oh.
But only sort of.
I think before that, probably the worst thing I'd seen was Ben Bogami Ga, the Good Luck Girl. Which honestly isn't that terrible. It is very ecchi, but you know.
Yeah, the worst one I had seen before World God Only Knows is Rosario and Vampire, which is just garbage harem anime.
I've never
with
seen
monster
Boku no Pico.
girls. I just want you to know, every time I see Boku no Pico, I just think Pico de Gallo. Without fail, every fucking time.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the Misfit of Demon King Academy is after 2,000 years of countless wars and strife, the Demon King Anos Vildegod made a deal with the human hero Canon to sacrifice his own life to ensure peace could flourish. Reincarnating 2,000 years later, Anos finds that royal demons now harshly rule over lower-class hybrid demons in a society that values Anos' pure-blood descendants over the demons who interbred with other species, such as humans and spirits. Finding that magic as a whole has begun to decline and his descendants weaker as a result of the peace you created, Anos, now technically a hybrid himself, decides to reclaim his former title of Demon King, but first, he must graduate from the Demon King Academy, where he is labeled a total misfit.
See, that doesn't sound trash.
It's pretty garbage. Here's the thing. It's a power fantasy anime, where he is literally the Demon King, and everyone else is like peasants compared to him. But like he like talks back to his teachers, and they're like, "Ah, what you know? Fuck you, you know? What do you know?" And then he like kills them by beating his heart fast.
That's not a thing.
that's actually a
It is
thing.
if you do it right.
That he was in an arena at one. I think either the first or second. No, I think it was the first episode. He's in an arena. He has to kill someone. It's a fight to the death. And he's like, well, fine. I won't even move my my body, but I'm still gonna kill you. And he beats his heart hard enough that like it creates shockwaves and kills the guy.
That would kill everyone at that distance. You can't beat your heart in one specific direction.
I mean,
You can if you do it right.
He's in the middle of an arena, and there's like a bunch of space around. It's like a gladiator arena,
See, okay.
so it's like him and the other guy.
Here's why I say like that doesn't sound too trashy, because that just sounds like a slightly more like a slightly less sensical Kenshiro. Like that sounds like a thing Kenshiro definitely did to someone.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, he punched someone so hard that their heartbeats killed somebody else.
Yeah, that sounds legit.
But yeah, pretty much anything in the show he handles with ease. Like he has access to all of magic because pretty much he created all of magic. So oh yeah, people try and like cast death spells on him, but the origin for that spell is him. So they're casting it with relation to the origin, and you can't cast like the origin versus the... So like spells just don't work against him because he invented them all.
Yeah, because like they draw his power, but
Yeah.
you can just choose to not.
That, and also you can't like use the power against itself. Like you can't destroy the source of the power with the power. Why are you fighting this weird Poe?
It's a
Is this a
wizard.
Poe? Oh. Weird.
I want you to know the best scene from The World God Only Knows is the final scene of season 1, where he goes back to his room to play all the video games that he has missed because of having to date people. And he locks himself in his room, and he starts playing a game, but he's like, oh, this is too slow. I won't have time to get through all of my backlog before, like, the weekend ends, so I have to do something faster. So he sets up another one. So he starts playing 2 games at once. But that's also not fast enough, so he has to do 4, and then 8. And then eventually he has a literal wheel surrounding him of 16 controllers and screens as he's flying
Excellent.
around, like, just spinning around using all of them. And the demon girl watching is just like, oh my god, like, he's sprouted other arms in order to, like, play more games. That's amazing. Oh, no, never mind. It's just after images. And I was just like, how is that less impressive?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And, like, he just comes out of the room at the end of the weekend and is just like, I've done it. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this scene about? Why is this here?
All right, Tim. What about you? What do you
Yeah, Tim,
watch,
what's the most garbage
listening,
anime
reading?
you've seen? No, we're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about bullshit.
All right,
Honestly,
Tim.
I do not have a sufficient education in bullshit anime.
You
All
suck.
right, well, now I know what
The
the
worst
next
I've
segment
seen
will be.
is Bicycle Fairy.
What the fuck is Bicycle Fairy?
That's not the actual name. I don't know the
Do you
actual
mean
name.
Kiki's delivery service? She flies around on a bicycle.
No, that's not what I mean.
Is it E.T.?
No.
No, but I will.
It might
only
be easier
refer-
to say this is actually a hentai.
Okay.
I mean, all hentai is trash though, so it doesn't fit in the same category.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can find what this is actually called.
Yeah. Tell us the name of this hentai that you've watched.
Tim's gonna like sit for like 10 minutes trying to figure it out and be like, ah, Boku no Hero Academia. He's like, I figured it out. It's called Dragon Ball Z.
All right, Kristin. What's the worst anime you've seen? Since we're doing that.
We can do the other one also. It's just important to know what the most garbage that we've seen is.
Probably our manga sensei.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna post this in the Gentleman's Gank memes channel.
Oh, good. You're going to link some porn in the Discord. Great.
No, it's not actually porn.
I'm
Very
the
heavy,
bicycle
edgy.
fairy? What the fuck?
Yes, he's the bicycle fairy. People ride him
okay.
around.
Ride him around. Gotcha. I'm guessing his face is the seat?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, moving on. Tim, what have you been watching recently, or listening to, or reading?
Before we do
Batman the Animated Series.
that, I thought you were gonna say the anime, and I was like, fuck yeah!
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah. Question, Tim. Did you
Mhm.
did you watch all of that Bicycle Fairy anime? Because I don't think it counts if you like saw an episode of it because it just happened to show up somewhere and you're like, well, I have to see this weird shit.
I think it was a short more than anything else. I don't think there was
Yeah,
more
Tim,
than the
it's
one
'cause
episode.
no one's ever been aroused by that anime for more than 10 minutes. The reasoning behind that short duration is up to you. In my mind, it's like a Hot Pocket, because no one's ever wanted a Hot Pocket for more than 3 minutes. That's why it takes 2 minutes to cook.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
Because like
Now I
they
just
have
picture people
instructions.
jerking off to Hot Pockets.
First off, you jerk off your Hot Pocket.
Oh.
I think you jill off your hot pocket.
Oh, you don't want to do that. It's frozen inside.
I hate this. No, it's frozen outside and lava inside.
What?
No, it's hot to the touch, cold on the inside.
Oh, okay. I've obviously never had one
You're dumb.
for many obvious reasons.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
sounds like Tom isn't heating his properly.
No, I mean, I don't have a trouble with it, honestly. But the general joke is that they are hot outside and cold inside. Fall Out Boy, for some reason, has a song about Hot Pockets.
Why?
I don't know, but it's hot to the touch, cold on the inside, and I will never forget it now, I guess. As if I was going to ever need that information, but I guess I did today, so never mind.
I've never had that experience.
I like how you opened that chest from the back.
I need to find another chest later to, like, crouch and open, because there's another fun animation for it that I forgot about.
Alright, Kristen, what have you been watch, read, listening to?
Watch, read, listening to.
Yeah.
Reread the Silmarillion. That was fun. We've been watching stuff. I don't remember what.
Great.
Good stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Umbrella Academy.
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
Is that show that has a scene where there's like a fight scene, but they play Istanbul with Constantinople in it?
Yes, I think so.
Because
That sounds right.
that scene's fucking good. If only because it has that song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I have a list I listen to at the back office at work that I named Oops All Bangers, and that is on that list.
I like it.
Thank you. I'm very proud of that title, honestly. Oh, that was too far.
You think?
Shut up, it's hard.
Here, let me just launch this into the next year.
Oh, I thought there was a backboard or something.
This isn't basketball.
It could be.
Any video game is basketball if you try hard enough.
Oh, I've also been listening to sea shanties.
Nice.
Okay.
Because I found a band it was like a sea shanty band who played Sea of Thieves and went around singing sea shanties.
Nice.
And then I just bought all their CDs. Because that's where my life has come to, I guess.
There are worse things your life could come to than sea shanties.
Why can't I push this?
You're not strong enough.
But I can push these.
Yeah. Well, they're not, you know, adamantium like that one is.
Hello?
Can't you just whack it with a...
I obliterated it, I guess. What the fuck?
Nice. Good job.
Thanks.
So, another thing I've been, listening to is I found a post about the four musical genres that are almost exclusively like existent because the internet loves them so much. And so I explored those because I'm not super familiar with them.
What genres?
There was weebcore, which I expected to be awful, but so it was like a starter pack, and it had like 4 of the most well-known or best of each genre.
Yeah.
And I listened to a couple of the weebcore ones, and they were like, I mean, they had like a sound bite or something from an anime that they used in it. But honestly, it was pretty good.
You know,
Like,
weebcore actually sounds like something I would listen to.
Yeah, it like I expected it to be all uwu and shit, but it was not bad. So there was weebcore, there was lo-fi hip hop,
Yeah.
which is pretty good.
Shit, anime beats to study too.
There was just regular old lo-fi, which
Was ska on the list?
no.
It should have been.
Maybe. Ska deserves to exist, though.
It does.
I miss ska.
Ska's shitty, but I'll love it for all my life.
I miss ska. Ska's dead, but I miss ska. I'm trying to remember. Oh, the other one was vaporwave.
Oh, I figured it was gonna be vaporwave.
And I confirmed because I listened to all of the best known or actual best versions of vaporwave that it suggested, and I didn't like any of them.
Yeah.
So I love the art style,
Yes.
but
I love the art style and like general aesthetic.
but not a huge fan of the music. Sorry.
Don't be. Not good.
It's not. Yeah, I was listening to some lo-fi earlier today because it suggested some good options, and then just went down that rabbit trail. So. Yep.
What about mathcore?
Math. No. No.
What about Bard?
Mathcore is the best because it has like 25/7.
Oh, fuck yeah,
time
Bardcore.
signatures.
Yeah, Bardcore.
Bardcore is fucking rad,
What
but
is Bardcore?
so Bardcore is you take a generally current song. It's in its infancy currently.
Oh, it's that thing. Never mind. I don't like that.
Currently they take a current song and they remake it with medieval instruments and or lyrics. And some of it's really good, but a lot of it's really, really bad because the medieval music has a beat and style to it that a lot of modern music just doesn't. And you can't just
You can't just add it and make it sound good.
Yeah, it needs a lot of work. It needs to be the right type of music to be converted well. I do think Pumped Up Kicks works pretty well with it though.
Tim, what was that word for hurdy-gurdy that wasn't hurdy-gurdy?
There's another word for hurdy-gurdy.
I can't remember.
It was like hurgle-burgle or some shit.
I know we were talking about hurdy-gurdy ears.
See, I don't like that the word core is just now added to words, and it becomes any genre of music that you want it to, rather than, like, a lot of whatever core being, like, similar to each other in a way. Like, they all fit a theme.
Yeah.
And then, like, bardcore is just like, we made it medieval.
Yeah.
What it should be, hurdy-gurdies with, like, a dubstep beat.
I mean, honestly, like I said, it's in its infancy currently, and it might just die out altogether. A lot of these tiny genres do.
Yeah, because it's like,
But-
it's mostly memes.
Yeah. What it needs to do to survive is it needs to start making its own music.
Yes.
Once you have, like, actual bardcore music, like Nightcore. Nightcore was just remakes for a really long time.
And by
then-
remakes, you mean they took the song and they sped it up 20% and they were like, Nightcore!
Yes, that. But like to get beyond that, they have to do like Nightcore did and actually start making songs that are Nightcore, not making songs become Nightcore. And
But that
I'm-
would just be making medieval style songs.
yeah,
That's all that would be.
but
So that's not bardcore anymore, that's just medieval songs.
well, I mean, you wouldn't be making medieval songs because it wouldn't be made in fucking medieval times.
You don't know that. It might have been made before and just been lost to the records.
I don't think that's how it actually works.
You think it's impossible that any music has been made and lost to time?
No, I don't think that the way we decide when something was made is dependent on that.
You know what
Like
stunt people's,
like calculus.
You know what stunt people's favorite music is?
What stupid joke are you gonna say?
Hardcore.
It's a riddle, John.
Parkour. All right, there you go. There you go.
I was like, what
like it.
stupid joke are you gonna make?
All right, are we done? I think we might be done.
I think on that note, we kind of have to be, right?
Yeah, I think so. Oh boy. All right, well, congratulations, you reached Zora's domain.
Yeah, sorry for all of the stream.
I hope you had fun. We are going to leave now.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.